In this video, we are going to learn about human heart. See, that is gross structure, microscopic structure of wall of the heart, as well as the location and organs which are present surrounding of the heart, as well as the important functions of the heart. Myself, Dr. NMGD, Assistant Professor, Department of Pharmacology, KLE College of Pharmacy, Hubballi. See, before going to discuss about the structure of the heart, just I want to explain about the organs of cardiovascular system. The human body that is made up of different systems, each and every system that is performing particular functions. Similarly, the one of the important system in the human body, that is cardiovascular system. See, that mainly includes the heart as well as the blood vessels. The blood vessels, again the arteries as well as the veins. The important function of the heart is it keeps circulating the blood throughout the body by its pumping action. In this figure, you can see the heart, and it pumps the oxygenated blood throughout the body, and each and every organ and the systems, they receive the oxygenated blood and they receive the oxygen as well as the nutrients and releases the carbon dioxide. So this becomes a deoxygenated blood. That deoxygenated blood again reaches to the heart. This circulation, it is called as the systemic circulation. See, this once the heart that receives deoxygenated blood from all the organs of human body, it pumps this deoxygenated blood towards the lungs for the exchange of gases. Once the carbon dioxide is released and the blood that receives the oxygen and it becomes oxygenated blood, this blood again reaches to the heart. See, this circulation, it is called as the pulmonary circulation. One is the systemic and this is the pulmonary circulation. Let us discuss about the location of the heart as well as the organs which are present surrounding of the heart. See, heart that is located in the thoracic cavity, little bit left side of the midline. See, where it is located in the thoracic cavity, that is in between the left and right lung. See, that space, it is called as the mediastinum. Let us discuss about the organs which are present surrounding of the heart. Means the superiorly, inferiorly, anteriorly, posteriorly as well as the laterally, what are the organs which are present. Let us see first, that is inferiorly, that is below the heart, the diaphragm that is present. And superiorly, the important blood vessels, mainly the aorta, that is largest artery, superior vena cava, pulmonary artery and pulmonary vein. See, these are the blood vessels which are present just above the heart. Next, coming to the posteriorly, means just behind the heart. So, what are the organs which are present? Mainly the esophagus, trachea, left and right bronchus, descending aorta, inferior vena cava and thoracic vertebra. See, these are the structures which are present behind the heart. Then coming to the laterally, left as well as the right side of the heart, that is left and right lungs which are present. Next, coming to the anterior region, in front of the heart, see, mainly the sternum, ribs as well as the intercostal muscles which are located. See, in this figure you can see the location of the heart. See, that is called as the mediastinum, left lung, right lung and superiorly the blood vessels, inferiorly also you can see the diaphragm. See, these are the structures which are present surrounding of the heart. So let us discuss about the size, shape and normal weight of the human heart. See, the human heart is a roughly cone-shaped hollow muscular organ. See, the normal length of the heart, that is 10 centimeter long, and the size of the heart, that is about the size of owner's fist. Next, coming to the weight of the heart. See, there is a slight variation in the weight of the heart in male as well as in female. The normal weight of the heart in female, that is 225 grams. In male, see, that is 310 grams. So let us discuss the structure of the heart. The heart, it is a hollow muscular organ. This part, upper part of the heart, it is called as the base part, and this is the apex part of the heart. The septum that divides left as well as the right part of the heart. It is made up of 4 chambers: right atria, left atria, right ventricle and left ventricle. See, in between the right atria and right ventricle, there is a valve present that is called as the tricuspid valve. Similarly, in between the left atria and left ventricle, the valve that is present, that is called as the mitral valve, or that is also called as the bicuspid valve. Then the blood vessels which are connected to the different chambers of the heart. The right atria, it is connected with superior as well as the inferior vena cava. So these blood vessels, they carry deoxygenated blood from throughout the body. See, from upper part of the body as well as from lower part of the body towards the right atria. Then coming to the right ventricle, the pulmonary artery. See, this part, it is called as pulmonary trunk. It is connected to the right ventricle. See, it carries, once the right ventricle pumps the blood, see, this pulmonary artery carries this deoxygenated blood towards the lungs. Once the exchange of gases that is occurs, finally the oxygenated blood, it is carried by the pulmonary veins. Here you can see the right pulmonary vein and left pulmonary veins from right lung as well as from left lung towards the heart. Which chamber of the heart? That is towards the left atria. Then once the left atria constrict, the blood, oxygenated blood, enters into the left ventricle. See, the left ventricle, it is connected with the largest artery that is called as the aorta. Once it constricts, the oxygenated blood enters into the aorta, and this oxygenated blood reaches to each and every organs of the human body. See, in this figure, you can see the conduction system of the heart. One of the important functional characteristic of the heart muscle, that is automaticity. Without the influence of the nervous system or the hormones, the heart muscle that is able to generate the impulse. Where it is generates, how the impulse that is conducted through the structures, see, that is called as the conduction system of the heart. That mainly includes sinoatrial node, atrioventricular node, left and right bundle as well as the Purkinje fibers. The impulse generated in the SA node, that is also called as a pacemaker. Impulse passes through these fibers, reaches to the AV node, and through the left and right bundle, through the Purkinje fibers, the impulse spreads throughout the heart muscle. So these structures together, we are calling it as a conduction system of the heart. Let us discuss about the microscopic structure of the wall of the heart. The wall of the heart, see, that is little bit thicker at the region of left ventricle because of little bit more load on the left ventricle. Once it constricts, the blood has to circulate throughout the body. Let us see the different layers of the wall of the heart. See, it is made up of 3 layers: inner, middle as well as the outermost layer. The innermost layer, that is called as the endocardium, middle layer, that is called as the myocardium, and outermost layer, that is called as the pericardium. Let us see one by one. See, the outermost layer, that is a pericardium, again it is made up of, divided into 2 layers. See, that is a serous pericardium, inner layer, and outer layer, that is called as the fibrous pericardium, is the most superficial layer of the pericardium. It is made up of a dense and loose connective tissue. See, this is the outermost layer of wall of the heart. Then below the fibrous pericardium, you can see the serous pericardium. It is again made up of 2 layers, a visceral and parietal pericardium. In between these 2 layers, you can see the fluid, a potential area. See, that is filled with fluid, that is called as serous fluid, or that is also called as the pericardial fluid. Let us see the figure of the wall of the heart. Here you can see the endocardium, the innermost layer, and next you can see the thickest layer among the 3 layers. So that is the middle layer of wall of the heart, that is called as the myocardium, and outermost layer, this is the pericardium. See, this is the fibrous pericardium and this is the serous pericardium. See, again it is made up of 2 layers, inner, that is called as the visceral pericardium, and outer layer, that is called as the parietal pericardium. In between this, the fluid that is present, see, that is called as the pericardial fluid. See, that is secreted by the flattened epithelial cells which are present in the wall of visceral as well as the parietal pericardium. Then coming to the endocardium, see, as already explained, this is the thin and innermost lining. So this endocardium is made up of flattened epithelial cells. Next, coming to the myocardium, it is made up of cardiac muscle. Only this type of muscle you can see only in the wall of the heart. In any other organs of human body you can't see this type of tissue. This is called as the cardiac muscle. And important structural characteristics of this cardiac muscle. Here in this figure you can see the uninucleated, and you can see the striations because of the contractile proteins that gives a dark and light band appearance, and intercalated disc, the joint between the cardiac muscle cells. It is a thick and uninucleated. And one more important structural characteristic of this muscle, that is branched cells. Cardiac muscle cells are branched cells. See, this structural characteristic, it gives a sheet of muscle appearance to the cardiac muscle. See, these are the references. Thank you.